Hi, it's really windy and it's actually kind of cloudy. So good a day as any to do some planting. Today I'm going to be planting my dwarf thornless raspberries. The variety is called Raspberry Shortcake from Bushel and Berry. In these beds I have blueberries up top and strawberries on the bottom, and there's some strawberries on the top of this one. I'm maxed out on space in those, but I do really like raspberries. I just didn't want to dedicate a whole, you need like a 3x6 bed at least. You got to build a trellising system to wrangle them. But I found these dwarf ones, so I am really excited to have some raspberries. Hopefully, they do require it said 800 or 700 chill hours on the tag, and we only get 500 chill hours here. But the worker at the nursery told me it would be okay and I could try to give them extra chill hours synthetically if I needed to. And I asked him, what do you mean by that? And he said, give them some extra shade or what have you. Chill hours are 45 degrees. So I'll see what happens. I guess I wouldn't really know. Maybe I'll shade one and not the other just to see what the difference is, to see if I need to do that extra work. But that is a future problem, not until fall and winter. So today we're going to be putting them in these little pots here. There is the tag, Bushel and Berry Raspberry Shortcake. They are a mounded habit, 2 to 3 feet high, 800 chill hours, zone 4 through 9, full sun, moderate water, medium-sized berries, and they fruit in the summer. Ooh, berry flavor, sweet vanilla essence. This is self-pollinating, neutral soil, good drainage, fertilized with balanced fertilizer in early spring. Only prune dead canes with no new growth in the spring. Pruning new canes will affect fruit. Here is the plant. I've had it for a couple of weeks and it says full sun, but I think this is from, I had it in a full sun location with the rest of my little nursery, all my little plants that haven't been planted out. This spot though, which is specifically why I have all my berries back here, but this spot gets protected from the western sun. So I think this will bounce back and be super happy. This is 1/4 inch drip tube. This is the supply line with no holes or emitters. So I have this pulled up in here. Oop, this clip is not thick enough. Let me go find a different clip. We'll clip this to the side. And I'm going to do an extra measure here. I don't think this would be too heavy, so it'd probably be okay to skip this step, but I'm going to add an elbow here. That way this is not resting on here and possibly stopping the flow of water. So here's my elbow. It's like a 90-degree coupler. And here is that other piece. I'm going to go ahead and add the straight coupler on this side. Oh, yikes. I need to order some straight couplers real bad. So you put this top part into your 1/4 inch, and then this part you stab into the 1/2 inch supply line. Here's my other little elbow. I'm going to pop right in. Perfect. Now you can see how this nestles on the corner and it won't be pinching the tube and possibly blocking water from coming through. So now I need to squeeze myself into that little corner back there and punch a hole. I have noticed that type of coupler can leak a little bit, so I was just trying to push it in as deep as possible. Looks good and centered to me. Now time to fill in with soil. So I have this Sunshine Mix number 4. To my understanding, this is comparable to the Pro Mix, a certain recipe of Pro Mix. I don't have Pro Mix readily available unless I ship it, which is obviously expensive. So I bought this to try. To my understanding, this is more like it's for professional growers, it says, so they're thinking like nurseries, and it won't have, like, it has mycorrhizae, which is good, but it's not going to have nutrition necessarily. So I'm going to mix in some compost. I have pretty good luck with the mushroom compost, so I'm going to be using that, and some organic granular fertilizer. I have also made my own potting soil mixed with like cocoa coir or peat moss, compost, and then perlite. But I just decided to go ahead and try this time, thinking that this might be a good alternative for my green stalks. The green stalks really could use nice soil, and in some of them I had put some cheap soil, and they're not performing as well as the ones that I had put the nice soil in. So I wanted to kind of test this, see how I like that, and that might be a good option for me based on price and not having to get it shipped. This could be the most accessible option for me. I found this at Lowe's, by the way. It says this expands up to 2 times and makes something like 6 or 7 cubic feet. So that's definitely for $35, 6 or 7 cubic feet of nice potting soil. Piqued my interest for sure. Gardening is not a clean job. My compost that I'm going to be using is a 1 cubic foot bag. So I'm going to kind of put what I think 1 cubic foot looks like and mix it. I don't necessarily think I need all the way up to a 50-50 blend, and that's definitely way more than my other stuff won't even really fit. So let's scoop a little bit of this out. This is a little bit stinky, guys. I don't know if mycorrhizae is normally stinky, but I'll take that as a good sign. Stinky in a garden way, not stinky in a something is off way. Since this is a little bit more affordable, I'm going to guess that this one is peat based. So we definitely want to pre-moisten, because with your peat based soils, and especially if they're compressed, they tend to be dry. And when they're dry, they become hydrophobic and don't want to accept that water. So it's good to get that process going before you put your plant in there and just make everything better. Where is my shovel? Back here in another project. Oof. It's windy and that just flew up in my face. Look at all that water that we just added, and the middle is still dry. So this is definitely why you're gonna want to pre-moisten. Aha, I have a brilliant idea. Hang tight. This thing instead of a shovel. This is a 1 cubic foot bag. Let's see here. I think I'm going to aim for about half of this bag. Man, this battery just died. Can I go to the garage and go get another battery? Yes. Am I just going to go back to the shovel? Also, yes. It's quite a light and fluffy mix, so I'm going to kind of pack down in between layers. Let's see if that works or if that makes my life harder. Maybe if I wasn't using a full-size shovel. Oh, my fertilizer. Hang on. I'm going to be using this berry tone. It's what I've used for all my other berries, and I must say, we've got 4 strawberries so far this year, and I'm just so sad that there was only 4. They were so delicious. So I just put like a little handful in there. We'll call that good. There's my root situation. Welcome home, Raspberry. I found this on Amazon. You're supposed to be able to turn it on and off, but I noticed that it doesn't really work. But I don't have regular straight couplers anyway, so I'm gonna use this. So this is my 1/4-inch drip tubing. This one is actually a drip tube, and it has emitters every 6 inches. Just by eyeballing it, I think I want to cut it right here. I believe the tubing I have puts out 0.33 gallons per hour per emitter. Even though this won't like loop around and around and around, I didn't want to put too many drippers in here in a confined space like that. So that's why I decided to cut it right here. It's good on the on containers to make sure to get the edges. Those tend to be what dries out. So I typically always go a little bit close to the edge. Oh, and that was a little goof plug that I put on the end, which stops the flow. I think that is just perfect for our little raspberry to be happy. I'm going to, just because it's bothering me, spray the sides really quick and water it in, add the mulch, all that good stuff. I don't like to get these drippers dirty. I'm just paranoid. We have really hard water and they plug up fairly quickly and fairly guaranteed that they'll plug up. So I don't like to get too much dirt on them. But last step, add the mulch. I mix up my own mulch with whatever organic wood chips, which usually are ginormous, that I can find at my local big box store, with pet bedding, pine shavings. The pine shavings, I really like how they hang onto moisture, but they fly away. So I like to mix it with wood chips to weigh them down a little bit. I think I breathed that in. Nothing like some mulch dust for the lungs. I almost forgot, I bought this little thing to trail out the front. The garden center did their job by having this on display trailing out the front of a container. It was so beautiful. This needs afternoon shade, which is against this wall, so I'm going to put it in there to trail out the front. That will be so pretty. I'm not even going to try to say what that is.
Don't know how to get the camera to focus. So sorry, friends. It says Goldi Lysimachia. It's a creeping Jenny. I don't know why they didn't just say creeping Jenny. Also, don't mind my lisp. It's nighttime. I have my retainer in. Okay, bye.
So that's this project all wrapped up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you around next time. If you did enjoy, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.